Hello and welcome, my friends. Happy Tuesday and welcome to the Gemini energy. I love Gemini. I won't lie, it is very much predominantly in my astrological birth chart, so I very much enjoy this energy. Now, before we get too far into the reading, I do want to wish everybody with the sun sign Gemini a very happy birthday. I hope you have a fantastic and wonderful day. Now, no matter where Gemini does or does not lie in your astrological birth chart, Castor and Pollux they won't be ignored. They will impact us in a variety of ways. And Castor and Pollux is the names of the twins. It's a fantastic story of brotherhood and connection. So if you don't know it, I would definitely look it up. There's a lot of people who've gone through it. It's fantastic. I'm a big nerd when it comes to mythology and lore, so I eat that kind of stuff up. It is very much in the Greek pantheon, which is fantastic. They're all amazing, and they all have different, very similar stories, but somewhat different. They have their own flair. Now, the decks. I have no idea why, but I did. This is the Shadowscape Tarot. It's watercolors, it's whimsical, it's beautiful. I would love to see the creator. Her name is Stephanie, to do another deck. I love this deck, it's beautiful. Fantastic, very whimsical. I have no idea why I picked this deck. I just did, it feels right. And then I have, this is the Enchanted Oracle. This is very whimsical but darker, and I kind of like that contrast. So yeah, sometimes you don't want to overthink why you're gravitating to a deck for a reading. Just go with it. It's okay. They're the same 78 cards. It's just what the pictures look like. Let's look at Gemini. Now, Gemini is a mutable air energy, so we are looking at the air sign here. Mutable. This is not flexible. There's not a lot of them that are looking at flexible. Some bring in change better than others. Some work with different energy better than others, and some are just really stubborn. All have, well, they're a double-sided coin, right? Some of them are really, it's a positive thing that we love about it. Others were like, you know what, this is not something I enjoy. It just is. So the mutable, it's a little bit, well, it's more flexible than the fixed. However, I always think of like clay. Yeah, you could work with it. It may take some time. You have to really put your effort in. We have the Page of Swords, Death, the Seven of Wands, the Fool. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reversal. Such a pretty card. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Well, Castor and Pollux is really starting to, they're going to be a big brother. Trying to get you out of this kind of flight, fright, freeze system where you're kind of swirling and twirling in the same spot, very stuck and stagnant. They want to see that wheel move forward for you. Bring in the stability. Use your mind and start to question things, challenging things in a positive way rather than just trying to put that another spoke in the wheel to make it stop. And it's interesting, Castor and Pollux, depending on the month or the year, that month, sometimes they encourage and support. Other times they're very much, well, fighting amongst themselves, sometimes being very kind of trickstery. Here we're looking at very much that, okay, we've got to stop this. We need to start to shift. No one will do it for you. I will be your big brother and I will definitely take your hand and help you. However, you have to be the one who does it, because without your drive, without your conviction, it's someone else's choice, someone else's. Well, let's be honest, when things are challenged, if it's not us driven, we blame and shame the other individual who made us do it. And they're not going to make you do anything. This is not your parent. This is your big brother saying, get up. Stop being stupid. You need to do this for yourself. No one else's. We all know there's stuff that we're holding on to that we should be releasing. However, there's a familiarity to it and it can be hard and it's a lot of work and there's always a lot of reasons. Some feel better than others. That fight. A lot of that fight is an internal piece that's slowing us down through choice. We need to start to embrace the positive, the fun, and the play. Again, these are brothers, not parents. Yeah, not only will they tell you to get the hell up, but they're going to say, I'm going to poke you a little bit so that you can start to see the funny side of it. We need that. We need the positive because we're so focused in on what isn't working. Again, not being able to embrace that new, that exciting. This is a phoenix being reborn. That's what we need. We need that phoenix energy. We're not going to get it if we keep doing what we're doing. We keep doing what we're doing, we're going to find the tower coming in and yeeting us forward because, well, let's be honest, there's only so much that our parent, the universal energy, will accept. Castor and Pollux wants to create a stability and foundation within you. However, it's going to be you led through knowledge. And again, knowledge is important. We need it. It's a driving force. It's not about following and being that lemming. It's about what is it that we need? How is it going to be able to support us? And how can we shift things so that things are starting to work with us and we're not, trying to battle upstream without a paddle? Are there things that we cannot control? Absolutely. That's not what we need to embrace. That's not what we need to address. This is all stuff we need to do internally for us so that we can start to make those small shifts in our everyday to make the change we're looking for. Tattered dreams. Not saying that we're on the wrong track, saying we're going about it wrong. We shouldn't be trying to swim upstream so viciously. Is it going to be work? Absolutely. Sure, work is work. However, at the same time, looking at how we can do it more efficiently so that it's not so much of that challenge. It's not so hard. Things aren't getting worn out and drawn out like they are. Bewitching. I love this. Working with the elements, working with what we have right in place. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complex. We just need to start to work more efficiently with what we have. White magic. I love those butterflies or moths. I think they're moths. Do we need to practice magic? No. The white magic, though, That's all connected to love. That self-love will go a long way in helping you stand up and start taking action for what you need to do. Now, this is not blowing glitter up your butt. This is more about, okay, you know what? I know I have a lot of abilities. I can do a lot of things if given the chance. So I've got to start creating that chance, that opportunity to do it rather than talking self down, starting to use our gifts, our abilities, our strengths. Use that strong suit to our advantage. Silver Moon Fairy. I love that. That beauty in the darkness. So the lunar energy, we're coming up to a new moon on Monday. And that new moon energy will very much support us with some of these new aspects. Yes, this is a full moon. We just passed the full flower moon last week. There will be another one in June, just like there's another one in every month. However, again, using things that are right at our advantage, right there for us. The moon continues to go through its cycles. Start to use that energy. Start to use what's right in front of us in a more effective and meaningful manner. Again, it depends on what really is important for us. And yes, you could work with the Fae. I don't work with the Fae a lot, so I don't have a lot of information on that. The information I do have, if you wanted to work with the Fae, is that you never thank them. The word thank you is insulting to them. You honor them. You share their appreciation for them. Yeah. And know that similar to humans, Faes can be very supportive, loving, and nurturing, and other times they can be very malicious and malevolent. So just be aware of that. And I never discourage people. Just know, again, knowledge is key on what you want to do. I love the purples though. Got purple in here. The purples is very much that royal card, the card of mysticism, or the color of mysticism. The Ten of Swords. The Knight of Wands. The Star. And the Empress. I love the fact that the Empress has the sun here. And we've got the Phoenix here. Again, that very warm, joyous energy of the light of the sun. Oh, sorry, not the Ten of Swords, it was the Two of Swords. I saw this little death card and I'm like, we've got a lot of connection to this. The Two of Swords about choice. Our choice. Like I said, no one else can do this for you but you. So you need to make some decisions. Use your head. Remember to breathe. You have that ability to make decisions. So take that deep breath and start to look at the situation. Not reacting. Reaction, again, that's us just trying to put more spokes in the wheel. Looking at it from a different perspective, asking the questions. We need to ask questions. Where are we at? What is happening for us right now? More importantly, where is it that we're going? There's a lot of times that those long-term pieces are other people's hopes and dreams. They're living vicariously through us. Or it's how it's always been. Culturally, familial, it doesn't matter. Is that what you need? Is that yours or theirs? Look at where the star is directing you and what it is you're trying to achieve. and then take an assessment of and a look at what's happening right here and right now. Because a lot of times, I say this a lot in my journal, life is like a game of snakes and ladders. There are opportunities to get you out of things. However, we don't allow ourselves different things. It's not about jumping in head first. It's about looking at what do we want to do and then taking it slow and steady. So it's not an indecision. We don't become unstable or destabilized. We do have the double twos here. And again, very much in that twin energy of balance. There are going to be days that we feel like we can do a lot. Fantastic. Do that. There are going to be days that it's going to be hard. Okay. Honor you where you're at so that you can reinforce the positives to get more done. The Empress, again, talks about stability, that groundedness, but more importantly, that growth. The ability to create, the ability to establish. We have that ability. It's within us. Again, it goes down to acknowledgement and giving ourselves permission, time, and energy to do it. Castor and Pollux are very much wanting to take your hand and support you. It is now up to you to decide what you want to do with this information and what they want to support you with. Let me know what you think. Let me know that you made it to this point, and what are your thoughts about Castor and Pollux and what they're offering you. Like always, my friends, please do the things, hit the bells, hit the buttons. You don't want to miss what's coming up in the future. I've got lots of supports, tools, readings, and just community. Now, if you're interested, I do have a Patreon page where I do have extra supports. And I'm also live on Twitch. I do live tarot readings on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday. There are links for both things below. You can go check them out. Again, I want to thank you guys for joining me and exploring Gemini. I hope that you are able to dance and play with Castor and Pollux. Until tomorrow, my friends.